For everyone not knowing, tonight's discussion is about those two 12-year-old girls who decided that they were going to attempt to sacrifice their friend to Slender Man. Now, just for the sake of argument, for somebody who's watching this video who doesn't know who Slender Man is, would somebody like to explain?
Look it up.
Play the game.
Yeah.
Yes.
Marble Hornets, YouTube.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Just make sure that they stop watching this video right now and go watch something else. I am working 70 hours a week to pay bills. I need money.
But yeah, okay. So for those that don't know, the whole objective of Slender Man is that you are some Joe Blow down the street and my great nephew is running around. You're trapped in the woods. You're supposed to collect 8 pages, and trying to avoid Slender Man.
Or any sort of static whatsoever.
Yeah, and it's like the idea is to keep him behind you at all times, and if you see him, you must run. And if you get in front of and if he gets in front of you, the screen goes staticky and you die.
Yes. And then the game ends and exits.
Yes. Well, generally, when you die, the game ends. That's kind of how it goes. But okay, these two. Okay, one of the girls.
Oh.
And he guess he must have.
Then there were 4.
And then I guess Slender Man took one man out already. But for everybody who doesn't know, that Slender Man is actually a fictional character from a creepypasta. And for all you not knowing what a creepypasta is, because if you're anything over 25, you might be scratching your head on that one. A creepypasta is basically a modern-day urban legend. It's a story that gets circulated around the internet, just like the old campfire tales used to. And Slender Man was actually part of I think first made his appearance on somethingawful.com when they were trying to do a Photoshop contest, if I'm correct.
That's what I've heard.
And basically from that, it became kind of like a little fad that people would start photoshopping pictures of Slender Man. Then an author ended up creating a nice little couple stories, and from there, people started writing their own fanfic. Now, circle a few years later, and we get 2 girls who ended up brutally stabbing their friend 19 times and wanted it, and basically their thought process was that they wanted to sacrifice her to Slender Man so Slender Man would come and take them to his mansion. Now, I know we're a comedy show and but we do touch on like serious issues here. What is your opinion of the murder first off? We'll start with
I
can't even say murder. Sorry, actually, this is my fault. The girl lived. I can't believe it. She actually did live. She actually crawled out of the woods and some guy who was riding his mountain bike through the woods actually found her. And she's in stable condition.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not to make it funny, but it does sound like something you see out of a movie.
It does.
A revenge story type thing. Yeah.
It's completely crazy. But the thing, first off, I'm not. This is just a heinous crime, no matter what. Absolutely heinous.
Yeah.
I mean, my whole thing is, do you actually believe these fucking girls believed that Slender Man was real? In your opinion,
you usually get lost in the internet, and you might think that stuff is true when they're total bullshit. But yeah, they say that they've been on the internet for a long time, locked in their rooms, doing nothing but the internet. So I don't blame if they like get lost in the fact that Slender Man kinda exists, something like that. Yeah.
All right, Dennis. In your opinion, do you think that do you think these two girls really believed that they were going to sacrifice a child on an altar, like an altar style sacrifice, and then Slender Man was going to show up, or do you think that they were kind of full of shit and they were just trying to make an excuse up of why they did it?
In my opinion, fucking, it's as simple as that. This ain't a new thing. This is something that is sadly universal. All we get, and this is the thing, just because someone's young doesn't mean they're not capable of some terrible stuff. There was now I don't know if you meant that people who follow me on Facebook might have seen this earlier in the week when we heard about this. Now, does the name James Bulger mean anything to people in America?
Not to me.
Jamie Bulger.
Unfortunately, no. But what I hear, you can tell he did some bad stuff.
No, actually, he was a little kid. Yeah, in 1990. Actually, from the town where my sister lives now. But yeah, he was abducted, tortured, and murdered by two 10-year-old boys.
Mm-hmm.
He was,
James.
He was a toddler, a little baby, and a lot of the stuff that was being spread around at the time was, the boys were blaming like the Child's Play movies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think I did hear something about that a few years ago.
Yeah.
But this also does.
And a second one. This is the country I want my fiancé to move to, yeah. And this was a lot more local. This wasn't really attributed to any sort of pop culture thing or anything, but in a local town, there was a 71-year-old widow but that was her name. And in 1998, two teenage girls, about 13, they basically tortured her, murdered her, chopped her into pieces, and put her in a trash can. Yes, it was a horrific incident. So when I say that these two girls who stabbed her, where I'm coming from, because this shit happens. You get these. My opinion is that you get kids who are. Look, I'm not going to go into a whole thing about mental illness and everything.
Yeah.
Some people are evil. Some people are ill. There is a distinction. Okay, and you're going to have people who are like, they say, "Oh, I did it because of this," and now people won't punish me so much. It's like I'm going to be, taken care of. I'm going to be medicated, whatever. I'm not going to be punished as much. I can get away with it because the opinion. Yeah.
This is my whole thing on the whole thing is that these they said that they spent a lot of time in their rooms reading the Slender Man story. They got obsessed, etc., etc. My question is, there's enough freaking crime scene dramas out there. There's enough freaking horror movies out there. There's enough freaking stories out there. I think these girls fucking were full of shit. I think these girls came in, this thought, okay, we're going to do this heinous act because, let's face it, deep down inside, there's people out there that have the wrong wiring. I mean, history proves it. I think they came up with a alibi. They thought, okay, if we blame it on Slender Man, we'll get a insanity plea and we'll go to a mental institute and not a fucking big boy jail or a big girl jail.
Yeah, I can like blame them for movies because like it shows them that you can get away with stuff if you just say, "Oh, I'm mentally insane. Please lock me up in some place where I don't get in jail and get robbed up and stuff." So there's that.
Yeah, and like I said, it's like I just find it funny that and this is where I have problems with modern day media, and especially news reporters in general, because I have this. I hate how they're reporting on this, how they're blaming Slender Man and the story and the corruption of these young children. Why? Because they don't want to. Because people just don't want to accept the fact that maybe at the end of the day, there is actual fucking people who are fucking a little fucking off in their head. That there's some people out there who freaking can't understand, that have a dark side in the back of their brain. I think John Carpenter called it correctly. There's people who have a reptile brain, and that dark reptile section of their brain opens up. And instead of just accepting the fact that these two young children had that darkness in them, they have to make up an excuse. Go ahead.
Like I'm like really sick about how people like blame the internet for everyone's problem. Like people murdering, people think, and they blame the internet. Well, how about you guys go and do your fucking jobs as parents and talk to them saying that, oh, hey, stabbing is bad, and just don't kill people. And, like, how about that? So just, like, real story here. I have been around the online community for, like, reviewerverse thing since, like, 2010. And people warn me, like, maybe people who may try to kill you. I'm sorry if this like is sort of irrelevant from this situation, but it's damn close to it. So yeah, I just want for myself to like space people just because something on the internet doesn't mean it's real. So I just keep it going with that, and it's been pretty well with me for even until today because I'm talking to you guys right now. So, all I just have to say is just, parents should just talk to their kids. That's it. Just talk to them instead of, letting them leave, being alone, and them worshiping Slender Man, setting out and killing, or attempted to kill someone.
Yeah. Okay, here's a... By the way, hi everybody, sorry.
Hi, Tony.
My computer just decided to shut off again. It's like, oh, you want to have a wonderful and insightful discussion.
All right, Tony. So, what's your opinion on this whole subject?
God, how long do you fucking have? Okay, first off, these two kids, I don't give a shit that they're 12 years old. They're batshit insane. They should be tried as adults, and they should get the death penalty. I am not normally one.
Well, they can't get the death. They can't get the death penalties. They can't get the death penalty because the girl did live.
They should definitely be tried as adults. I don't give a shit.
Oh yeah, they should be tried as adults. Agreed, but they can't get the death penalty. The girl did live. They can get first-degree attempted murder, which would be a crime punishable by life in prison.
Okay, so basically, yeah, fuck these two girls. I don't give a shit that they're 12 years old. They should be tried as adults. They should get the strictest punishment they can get. I don't care that it was even attempted murder. It should be life with no parole because they don't deserve to another shot. I don't think any even attempted murderer attempts that tries to kill somebody, even someone that tries to kill somebody, you don't deserve another shot. You don't deserve things at life outside of a prison. But anyway, back to what I was saying. They said that they were doing this as a sacrifice to summon Slender Man. If you look at your usual society that participate in these type of things, like Aztecs and stuff like that. What's the first thing they do? They usually do a singular penetrating stabbing motion or whatever. But the point is, before they take out anything, the person's already dead, and with one shot.
Yeah. Well, but the thing is, the girls even said the girls confessed that the girls did say in their confession that they got sketchy, they got nervous. The girls obviously freaking didn't have this. They obviously didn't have the stomach for it because they missed like 19 times, and they actually missed her heart by a millimeter. The doctor even said that stab wound to her chest missed by a millimeter. So and plus the fact they probably didn't have an upper body strength enough to actually penetrate the chest, the chest bone. But there is a fact that you could see when they were kids, and it makes you wonder if I can't even explain it properly. They obviously didn't know what they were doing, and I don't know if I can't tell if they thought they were playing a game or if they really tried and just couldn't do it. I mean, they're young kids, so it's such a great, complicated area.
Well, from what I heard, that they've been planning this for about months, and then they even thought that they could have gotten her in a bed, but then they realized, that might be too messy. So we should go to a forest where things are less messy. But I don't know. I agree with Tony what he said about the whole they shouldn't give a chance when it's fucking meditated. So. Oh yeah,
it was fully premeditated, and they should be trialed, and if convicted, because this is America, and it is innocent till proven guilty by a jury of your peers. If they are convicted guilty, then they should get life imprisonment, no possibility of parole, and they should. And I'm talking juvie up until 18, and then shipped to the fucking lifers to the lifer ward and freaking maximum security.
Well, and you know what? I heard, in my opinion, I don't think that's enough. I think the parents need to be laid to blame for some of this as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
I personally believe that the parents need to give some sort of restitution for the child. Because
it's not even get into the facts about the fucking healthcare issue. I mean,
this girl is going to be. This girl has
got to fork out a fortune.
It's going to cost a fortune, and she is going to that girl will seriously never recover from this. Yes, she might live. More likely, I'm guessing she's going to be disabled for the rest of her life.
Yeah, she will have scars both physically and mentally for the rest of her life about this. And because I mean, these were like her best friends, and they basically lured her out to the forest and stabbed her almost 20 times. And
it's a fucking miracle that
she I mean, she should just be thanking whatever deity she believes in, if she does, that she's even alive right now. I mean, it just, of course, it also brings into the account of I don't blame the Slender Man phenomenon for this, for one simple reason. If it wasn't Slender Man, it would have been something else.
Yeah.
Well, this is what I brought up, Tony. This is what I brought up earlier.
These girls are not right in the head.
Tony, this is what I brought up earlier. It's do you think these girls were obviously not right in their head? But my theory is that they made up the alibi. They said, if we tell everybody it was Slender Man that did this, we complete insanity. Because it's not that far off. People do this all the time. They come up with cockamamie ideas or far-fetched plans, or so they have a reasonable doubt that they complete insanity.
And you can also go ahead, Tony.
See, that's the thing, though. It is very, very difficult to get the not guilty by reason of insanity even done. I mean, you have to go through litany. You have to go through a litany of testing to even confirm the fact that you're not that you're not all there.
Right. Most convicted serial killers, and I mean people who were convicted for multiple murders and were planned sadistic serial killers, most of them can't get an insanity plea. And they're probably the closest thing that should be allowed it. The only way you can get it is the only way you can get it.
Give you a perfect example. Jeffrey Dahmer was a self-proclaimed cannibal, serial killer. Could not get not guilty by reason of insanity.
Right. To get an insanity plea, you have to have proof of evidence. Pretty much, a psychiatrist have to go, yeah, he is schizophrenic and he didn't know what he was doing because his Mr. Tingles and his other part of his brain was working at that point.
Yeah, you would have to have a significant back history of mental illness to even have that hold up in court. And it's just like these girls already had some sort of psychological problems going into this beforehand. Something triggered this, and because the girl even says she thought that she saw Slender Man in an abandoned house in the woods. And that's where this all started from. I mean, what?
But keep in mind, Tony, keep in mind.
What does that tell you?
I'm trying to, I'm trying to be the voice of reason, like always, and try to look at it from all sides. She's 12. When I was 12, I used to think, there was boogeymen in the woods, and there was, a boogeyman out my window. That's the age when your mind starts like getting fascinated with the darker horror stories. Around 10 to 13 is when you start getting introduced to like campfire tales, which is what creepypastas are.
Yeah, and also, I'll be the first one to say it. The mind of a 12-year-old, there are just some things that they're not able to grasp fully.
But at the end of the day, I'm also going to be the first to say, yes, like I remember there was an old tale in my hometown called Hollow Man Jack. There was supposedly some, cliche story of a guy who lived in the woods. I used to be scared to death of him. I believed he was real. Did it make me ever want to fucking did I ever make me want to fucking sacrifice somebody to him? No. You know why? Yeah. Because I knew even if there was that slight chance that Mr. Hollow Man Jack was fucking hanging out in that woods with that machete or axe, I knew it was not. I didn't fucking gonna kill somebody for him. The fucking spook could have told me through the window, kill somebody. I would have been like, fuck you.
Yeah, 99% you want to avoid the man who wants to kill you instead of pleasing the man who wants to kill you.
That's the thing. These girls, they weren't about trying to protect themselves or anything. I think, I can't remember who I exactly said it, but it's like they were trying to appease Slender so they could live in his mansion or some shit. So what it all boils down to is it was all about their personal gain. Even if it's batshit cuckoo, it's all about their personal gain. And if that doesn't show you, at the very least, sociopathy, then I don't know what does.
See, and also, they said that the main reason they wanted to do this was to summon Slender Man. What then?
Yeah, I know Slender Man's story very well. I'm a big fan of creepypastas. Everyone knows me. I'm an urban legend nut. From my experience, this guy doesn't take on disciples. He doesn't take proxies or whatever they want to call them these days. He just fucking grabs you. Yeah, if I remember right, what is he? He basically grabs you, and then if I remember the Slender Man story correctly, he basically captures you, breaks your arms, breaks your legs, or murders you, depending on what the version of the story is, and then wipes your memory so you can't remember him.
All I know is that if you encounter Slenderman, you are never heard from ever again.
Yeah,
so,
or you're left with your arms and legs broken in the middle of the woods, and you're left there to die.
Yeah.
It's an urban legend. There's variations on it.
Yeah, so this raises the question, what was the grand scheme? Like, okay, we got Slenderman. Now what?
Like, we can summon him to kill even more people?
It's like, Janice, what do you have for show and tell? Slenderman.
And then he's gonna kill you all.
Exactly.
Okay, but let's go into the third section of this whole story. My problem is the media. The media is seriously misreporting this because now they're blaming it on the creepypasta. The creepypasta warped their delicate young minds, corrupted them, turned them evil. Guess what?
They always...
Why can't they just say... Fucking Little Miss Cuckoo fucking clock fucking broke her mind snap, broke reality, and next thing you know, fucking this happened. I'm so sick and tired of every couple of years this stuff comes up. It's creepypastas right now. This is now the hot topic. It's creepypastas. Before this, it was fucking horror movies. Before that, it was heavy metal. Before that, it was fucking comic books. Before that, it was rock and roll. Before that, it was fucking, and I'm sorry to use the term, black music. Every fucking couple of years, something comes up that does something like this.
Don't forget video games.
Oh, video games. Yep. Sorry, I missed that section.
Yeah.
It's all because of profit. How? Like, they always have a catalyst. See, what something is new that children are doing, that the younger generation is doing, that they think that they're smarter than them, and they want to profit on said catalyst by bashing it, by saying, oh, this shit is bad. Don't fucking give your kids this. Play with a fucking stick. Like, just fucking...
Also,
you always notice...
it stems...
You also notice it's never the guys...
It stems also...
Tony, you also notice it's never... The people preaching this, it's never their children that is the problem. My children are fine. They're well-adjusted. They're happy. You know, but it's your children that are going to get fucking corrupted by this. You are the ones who are going to get corrupted. You have to protect your children from this harsh reality. Yeah. Here's the thing. At the end of the fucking damn day, if you fucking were really protecting your child, you wouldn't have been fucking... This thing would have happened to begin with.
Also, the main reason why... people try to blame something else, why they try to blame the movies, why they try to blame music, video games, comics, whatever, is because the parents refuse to take the blame themselves.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
The parents refuse to take the time to say, we raised a fucked up kid, or we didn't do something right. And this is the consequences.
Yes, like I hear people from people like GameStop employees saying that, oh, their parents are buying Grand Theft Auto 5 for their kids. Like, what? Like, are you serious? Because do they realize it's an M-rated game? No one cares about the ESRB. Oh, we're parents. We'll give everything we want to our kids because kids are little sweethearts. And no.
Yeah, and then when they're playing with the little tricycle, when they're playing with their little 3-wheeler out in the backyard, frickin' pretending to running out hookers, and they wonder why.
Exactly.
I have no sympathy for these girls. I don't, because I have no sympathy for someone that tries to, well, for one, tries to kill somebody, and true, when you kill somebody, when you attempt to kill somebody, that person being your best friend, just one of those is a giant fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, it's just, so I feel no sympathy for either one of these. I hope that they get the strictest punishment that the law can, in whatever state they're in, the law can dish out. And I hope they spend the rest of their lives in prison thinking about what they did. So I mean,
Put 'em in the deepest.
That's really all I have to say about it. You know,
Honestly, the whole thing is, I almost can't say that I'm shocked about it because, yet again, I've been around the block enough times. I see this happen every few years. I just find it shocking how the media always try to blow it up and freaking turn it into like this, like this is a once-time thing. It's like, come on, can you do your fucking job and report it properly,
and
please?
It's all because it's shock factor because they only care about the viewers, which equals the money.
Yeah.
But my thing is, it's like, I get it. Blaming a creepypasta or a fictional character is freaking better for views. But can we please, just fucking please, let's focus on the two factors that are the real factors here. Let's focus on, first off, their mental stability, and second, their home life.
Yeah. Does anyone actually know what the home life of these girls was? Because I can't imagine it was that stable. I don't think it's horrible to say, but I don't think they're going to get any better, unless they get some serious fucking therapy. And even then, I don't think it's a very good idea for them to ever be let out. And if I hear anything about the fact that they found Jesus, I will track them down and slap them in the face.
No, we Michael Myers these kids.
That's the next step.
We Michael Myers these kids. We throw them in the deepest, darkest, freaking goddamn hole we can find.
See, that's the thing. Jesus may forgive. We don't. Okay.
It's good that you found Jesus. You could deal with him up there. Guess what? We're still fucking pissed at you.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Let's bring you closer to him.
Yeah.
Well, so Susie, before we wind this down, any final thoughts of your own?
I hate to say it. I gotta head out right now.
That's cool, man.
But it's good seeing you all again, and hopefully next time we talk, it'll be about something more pleasant.
It should be, unless something really stupid happens.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Take care, yourself, man.
So, Susie, any thoughts on the whole subject?
Oh, hi there.
She's speechless in the matter.
What the fuck else can I add?
I know, it was kind of we got a little deep here tonight.
No, what the hell can I add? You've already answered it all. There's nothing I can really add to it other than they should be committed. And that's not enough.
Yeah.
It's the same as the saying, guns don't kill people. People kill people.
Oh, believe me, the Republican in me is thanking God that they didn't freaking use a gun.
Oh, dear Lord. Oh. That would be a supermarket of bullshit.
Yes, it would.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't blame the source for somebody's mental state, no matter how old you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and it's like
Blame the parents.
Yes, it's like I always said, don't blame the tool, blame the person.
Yeah.
And blame the parent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Who is acting like a tool.
Exactly.
Because that's the thing we've heard. I mean, again, I haven't been able to follow as much as I would have liked. It's like always with these cases, you never really hear much about the parents and everything. I assume for their safety and everything, but it's like, how did these kids get like this? It's one of several different things. Like I say, it's like a mental health disorder. It's an upbringing thing. Sociopathy. Yeah.
Yeah, you never know. There might have been child abuse somewhere in their history. But yet again, I'm not giving any excuses. I'm just bringing up the rations of how something like this horrible could have happened. But at the end of the day, I'm going with the people. I did it earlier. I'll say it again. Quote John Carpenter: "People have a reptile brain. It's locked up and it's deep down in the subcore of your brain, but some people just have that wire going through it. And at the end of the day, there's evil in the world. There's darkness. There is a boogeyman. There is a Slender Man out there. Unfortunately, it's inside all of our brains, and certain people have found them. And I think that's the best way to kind of close out this one.
Yeah, all I really have to say is that, like, kids, stabbing is terrible. Don't do it. Or murder, no. And parents, just talk to your kids about what the dangers of, like, there's some danger of the internet. We all know that. Like, tell them none of these things you see on the internet might be real. And also, media, just shut the fuck up.
Golf clap.
Like,
Golf clap.
Shut up. But it's like it's for the dollar bills, y'all. So,
and that is the worst.
Kids, the best use for a knife is cutting up your dinner or a cake.
Yes. And your best friend is neither. Your friends are neither of those things.
And if Slender Man is telling you to use a knife on your best friends, tell your parents or your counselor or somebody who's going to put you in a loony bin because you need it.
Well, no, they're going to help you. You know. Like,
at least. And they won't try to neglect or do anything stupid like say, oh, that's just your imagination.
Yeah, none of that crap.
It's kind of tragic how many problems that would be solved in this world if people actually communicated with each other.
Yeah. That's
you know, people gave a shit.
Well, that's inconveniencing. That's inconveniencing me. I can't be bothered with that.
Yeah, I'm too busy. But I'm on my iPhone and I've got my iPad and everything, and it's like, no, I don't want to, go out in the sunlight. Why would I want to do that? School's boring.
Game of Thrones is on tomorrow. I mean, that might make me miss the beginning. Yeah, I know I TiVo it, but I don't want to have to rewind it. I'll get spoiled on Twitter.
No, I really like to watch Mob Wives. Just don't leave me with this mental bullshit shit. I want to watch Mob Wives.
God damn it! I knew I should have gave you to my father. I knew I should have gave you to your father.
Yeah. Well, yeah, a really grim subject, and thanks to everybody who's been watching and all that, and hope we've, been at least a little bit entertaining while we are holding back torrents of fucking rage. And if you haven't been annoyed and frustrated at this whole clusterfuck, I'm not saying take a look at yourself or anything, but it's like, just look at all the stuff that's been going on.
Yes.
I mean, again, I only mentioned it briefly, but the fact that this girl and her family have to fork out a small fortune for the healthcare, no offense, but the family of the two girls who did this should be paying.
Exactly.
There should be restitution. This is America. There will be civil lawsuits. There will be class action lawsuits. I want to know what kind of knife she used, what kind of knives these girls use, because the parents are going to be suing the knife company. This is America.
Oh, yeah. It's sues.
Blame the knife, yeah.
This is America. You sue everybody. They're going to sue God for fucking putting the dirt on the ground.
Yeah, they're gonna sue the people who make the fucking games of Slender, or the people who made the.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised in 6 months. I wouldn't be surprised after this trial.
Because I'm planning to sue those fuckers anyway, but that's only because.
I wouldn't be honestly. I would not be shocked.
I needed to change my pants so many times.
I would not be shocked if at the end, after the smoke clears and this trial is finished and the girls are committed or freaking institutionalized or whatever, wherever hell they're fucking going to be dumped into. I wouldn't be surprised if 6 months to a year after all this stuff washes over, we don't see an article saying that the parents sue frickin' Creepypasta Wiki. Or the writer of the Slender Man story. Or me for just fucking putting up a YouTube video about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The weird thing is, I'm shocked that it was Slender Man that was the subject of this. I would have thought it'd be something like cupcakes.
Yeah, I would have. My money would have been on Jeff the Killer.
Or like,
Yeah, the cupcakes creepypasta was my bet on that.
Oh,
Somebody-
that would have been beautiful.
Zelda card.
That would have been beautiful if it was the cupcake creepypasta that was the purpose of this. Holy crap, I could see the Brodies protesting in front of the courtroom already.
Oh, God. Or what about the bend down Zelda cartridge?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're blame this on Ben. Ben did this.
Yes.
I think the simple
It was Sonic. It was evil Sonic from Sonic EXE.
I heard half of the ones you just mentioned.
There's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But everyone's heard of Slender.
Yeah, he is the new Freddy. He's
That's
the new
because
Jason. He's the new he's the new guy with the hook at the car door. He's the new big guy.
That's because everyone's been posting Let's Plays of that shit. Like,
Yeah, me included.
Yeah. Oh, Dennis, you're screwed. You're gonna get sued for fucking doing a Let's Play.
Oh,
You're part of the problem. You're bringing the propaganda out there. You're part of this problem too.
Yeah, bring it on, Fox. Well, yeah, the final thing that I do want to say. Creepypasta have posted a couple of things about they're trying to do a fundraiser for this girl, for the survivor and everything.
Yeah, actually, I believe they're going to be
they
streaming on Friday the 13th, if I'm right.
Yeah. I mean, which sounds cool. I will say this, though. The trailer that they made was a little confusing. Might have needed a bit of editing there.
Yeah, I think that was done by obviously people with no editing skills. I saw that trailer. It was clearly done with somebody who had no editing skills, and I'm pretty sure it was done in Windows.
Yeah,
Yep,
but
probably.
bless them for standing up and saying no. We're gonna, we definitely. Well, clearly they're not going to be in support of it, obviously, but they definitely are making an effort out in some way, and best effort.
Yeah, I say honestly, even if you're not going to watch the stream, find the charity, throw some money towards them.
Yeah,
this poor girl needs all the help she can right now because her life is destroyed from this whole incident.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
But we gotta round this out. We gotta wind this down. We've been going for almost over an hour.
Surprisingly.
Yeah. I'm still sticking by Jeff. It should have been Jeff the Killer. He's at least cooler than Slender Man. I mean, hell, I would kill for Jeff the Killer if you asked me. Why Slender Man?
It's because, he's the #1 creepypasta on the week or month or whatever the fuck you call that shit.
It's because everybody throughout the world can recognise that character. I mean, I'm not that familiar with creepypasta. It's only through Slender Man that I've heard of creepypasta and so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
Frequency.
Well, so I'd like to thank everyone again for tuning in to SNN Radio on the live recording off of YouTube. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm getting back to my music. I'd like to thank the Villo for joining us tonight. I'd like to thank Masak for joining us tonight.
It's actually M3's Shack or...
Okay, yeah, my sack.
I stopped giving a crap about who calls me who and stuff, because everyone calls me everything now, and it's just, fuck it. So yeah, it's actually pronounced M3 Shack. That's my official pronouncing now. There.
Yes.
There.
Of course, my beautiful, sexy fiance, the Black Bessie chick, Susie, the Black Bessie chick, for joining us very quietly. And, of course, the Tony Helms, who left early. Night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Aaron and she talks.
$10 was very serious.